Okay. So competitor research. Once you have an idea of your competition in the market, you will be able to price your puppies with knowledge. Okay. You'll be able to see how your program compares to the other programs that are competing against you. And you will be able to determine if you can afford to sell your puppies for more money than they do, or for the same or for less, depending on the services that they offer, the way that they raise their puppies, the quality of their brood stock. And back here, there was something that said offer. That is, I'll show you what that is. Here's the offer right here. So the offer includes things like the price of your puppy, the health guarantee that you offer, whether or not your puppies are vet checked, whether or not they're vaccinated, whether or not they have a microchip, whether or not they're registered, whether or not they come with 30 days of free Trupanion if you enroll them into the Baxter and Bella, or if you give them a 25% discount. If you send puppies home with toys, if you send puppies home with a blanket that smells like their litter mates, if you have a special food that you want to feed the dogs, and if you send home a tiny sandwich bag full of food, or if you give them a small bag of food, or if you give them a big bag of food, you will have your handbook, if you create your handbook on Canva, that you can send home with the puppy. But this is all part of your marketing. This all has to be written out, kind of like features and benefits, because people don't really care too much about the features. They care about what that does for them, how that's going to make their life easier. You can talk about the shipping in your offer, whether or not the shipping is included. If the shipping is not included, you can suggest a few different ways that you could ship dogs for them. The breeding rights. I do not sell breeding rights on my dogs unless I am selling them to an established breeder that has a good reputation. And then I charge more money for them. The online photo album from birth to 8 weeks, champion parents, health tested parents, the puppy personality matching, the crate train, the potty train, the chew toy condition, and basic obedience. So these are all things that are going to go on your for sale page, or your available puppies page, and it's going to be like the package deal that they get when they buy a puppy from your kennel. And they're going to be able to compare that against the other breeders that you're competing with. And they're also going to be able to compare that against the $500 puppy on Kijiji. And you know what? If someone wants to buy the $500 puppy rather than buy your puppy for the top price that you can get in the market, that's fine. That is not your ideal customer. That is not the person that you're worried about. That is not the person that you're trying to sell a dog to. You are not going to sell a BMW to someone that buys a Honda Civic. You're just not. You are trying to attract those BMW customers to your website through the marketing that you're doing, through the value that the value of the content that you're sharing, through the quality of the photographs, through this detailed description of your sales process, of your deposit policy, of your waitlist policy. These things will make you better than the other breeders out there, and it will attract a premium buyer. Okay, let me go back to the beginning of my list. Okay, the daily tasks, the weekly tasks, the monthly tasks. Let me just cover the other stuff first. The waiting list. I have the waiting list here. This is just the template for the waiting list. So litter 1, you just pop in the information, date of birth, parents, ready to leave date. You start filling out the names, addresses, phone numbers, email address, price, deposit amount, contract signed, puppy selected, new name, photo of the puppy for the registration, shipping required, yes or no, and then whether or not you requested a testimonial. That is probably something that you might not be doing right now, but it is something that's very, very important to the future of your breeding program, is gathering those testimonials. So every time you sell a puppy, it's very easy to send a link from a Google profile and request a review. And then it's also very easy for you to continually request updates, or as we say, pup dates from your families. And when they send you photos of their puppies having great lives in their new homes, you're going to be sharing those as well. Set up. These are the things that you have to set up. You have to do your competitor research. You have to write your welcome email sequence. You have to create your logo. You have to decide on your branding. You have to build your website. You have to fill out all of those citations all over the internet that link back to your breeder, your kennel website. You have to start writing blog posts. You have to create a Facebook page, a Google business page, an Instagram, a YouTube, and a Facebook group for your puppy buyers and puppy inquiries. This one is really, really, really good. So you're going to have a Rose Bowl puppy buyer group, or Kellen AB puppy buyer group. And you are going to be in there pretty active, asking the people that have purchased your puppies to post photos of those puppies. And then when you get puppy inquiries, you're going to invite them to the group too, so that they can start interacting with people that already own dogs from your kennel. And that will really, really, really build the trust fast. Email. This is just details for the email marketing, the welcome sequence, email number 1, email number 2, email number 3. The monthly newsletter, I recommend that you create a monthly newsletter. It doesn't have to be long. It doesn't have to be boring. You just need a few shots. If you're taking pictures and videos of your dogs regularly throughout the month, it should not be very difficult for you to throw a few photos in there and say, hey, we went to the brewery on last Saturday, and we did this. We're expecting to breed JJ next month. That's it. Breeding announcements can go in your monthly newsletter. Litter announcements can go in your monthly newsletter, or they can be sent as separate emails if you want to contact your people in between. Litter birthdays, I love sending those emails out, wishing the puppies happy birthday. And like I said before, I save them in groups. So everybody that bought a puppy from one litter are in a group, and I can send an email to everyone at one time. Twice weekly puppy updates. Okay, this is when you have puppies on the ground. You need to be sending your inquiries. Anybody that's ever inquired about your puppies, anybody that you think is a potential purchaser, you're going to be sending them an email twice a week with photos and videos of the puppies. You're going to send an email when you receive a deposit. You're going to send an email when the contract is signed. My puppy sales process is they contact me. I send them that email that has all the information in it. They contact me back and tell me that they're interested. I get on a quick phone call with them, have a little bit of a chat, try to feel them out, see if I like them, if I think they'd be good puppy parents. Then I tell them that they can send me a deposit, or I can send them a contract, and then they can send me a deposit. And then, the application received, that's actually should be up here. So obviously the first step is going to be that application, then the phone call, then the deposit, and then the contract. And then we already talked about the puppy inquiry form letter. And this, I just created this spreadsheet. So as I go, I will be adding to this spreadsheet. Website specs. These are the different pages on the website that I suggest, or the different components to the pages on the website. You need a home page, you need an about us page, you need a for sale page. Some people like to say available, that's fine. You need a dogs page. You can have a females page and a males page. It doesn't matter. You can have, you need a puppy application. So someone needs to be able to indicate to you that they are interested in buying one of your dogs. So the best way to do that is to have them fill out an application. There are questions that match puppies with families, and those questions are actually on my puppy application. So it just gives me something to talk to them about or to ask them about. And if you guys want a copy of my application, that's no problem at all. You can, again, you can get that from my website. You can just click on, like, fill out the application, and you can just like screenshot it. Your guarantee should be on your website, your deposit policy, your waitlist policy, photo galleries. Again, I suggest having a group of photos for each of your brood stock. I suggest having a photo gallery of puppies that you have produced in the past, a page for your customer testimonials, a page for the privacy policy, which is ridiculous nonsense that nobody ever reads, and I don't know why we have to have it, but we do. I definitely think that you should have some sort of a lead magnet on your page, which is just some sort of something of value that some potential puppy buyer would exchange for their email address. So you want it to be very closely tied with buying puppies. So it could be things that you want to know, or things that you didn't know about American Bulldog puppies, something like that. And then they would be happy to give you their email address in exchange for that information. So that's what I mean by a lead magnet. The form is just, so the lead magnet is the actual piece of content that you send them when they give you your email. And the form is the is where they put their email address in. And then you need an upcoming breedings page too. So you could have your guarantee, your deposit policy, and your waitlist policy all on your for sale page, or you could have it on a separate page. And I definitely think that you should have all of the dogs that you do not breed on your for sale page to try to downsize your numbers. And the dogs. Okay, so this is the page, the dogs in my breeding program, dog 1, dog 2, dog 3. As few as possible to reach the puppy number goal, trained as ambassadors for the breed, ideal buyers, expectations considered. Okay, that means if you want to sell dogs to the police department for scent detection, then you need to be breeding dogs and training dogs and walking the walk. I've seen people that want to sell working American Bulldogs to people that, want a working American Bulldog, but they don't actually do any work, or they don't have any proof of work that they do, or they don't have any sport titles. So if you don't already have that experience, if you're not already doing that, if you're not already weight pulling and winning championships, don't try to sell dogs to weight pullers. Same thing for protection sports, same thing for conformation dogs. If you're not going to shows and winning, and you don't have champions, then don't try to sell dogs to people that want a show dog. My point is, know who you're selling to, or know in your mind who you want to sell to, and then what their expectations are, and then meet those expectations. If you want to sell dogs, if you want to sell American Bulldogs to families because your dogs are so much fun and you love them and they really enrich the life that you live with your family, then that's who your ideal client is, or your ideal customer. And that's who my ideal customer is. I sell my dogs as companions because they make me laugh every day. I absolutely love them. And I want every family on the planet to have one because they bring me so much joy. And that's another thing that I wanted to talk to you about is mindset. Oh my God. We are so brutalized by other breeders. It's just absolutely crazy. I mean, we're brutalized by other breeders, and then we're also brutalized by people who think breeders are the devil's spawn. And we're not. And we serve a purpose in this world just like everyone else does. And it doesn't matter if you breed purebreds or if you breed crossbreds. Know why you're breeding the dogs and just own it. Like I just said, I breed dogs as companions and as family pets because it brings so much joy to my family and to the families that I sell my puppies to. And it doesn't matter. I'm not trying to preserve the breed. I do, like, I am an American Bulldog. Like, I'm pretty passionate about the American Bulldog, and I'm an American Bulldog aficionado. And I do breed within the breed standard, and I do own the registry, and I never lie about dogs in my pedigree. Like, I'm pretty straightforward. I'm pretty straight laced. I do believe in all of that stuff, but I'm not trying to say that I'm preserving the working American Bulldog, because I'm not. Because you know what? I don't believe that there's much room in this world anymore for a working American Bulldog. I think some people use American Bulldogs for work, and that's fine. And then and they can buy those dogs from other people that use dogs for work. Not me. Like I said, they're my pets, and I sell to people that want to enjoy them as pets. And I don't see anything wrong with that. And I don't see anything wrong with earning money for a product that is going to bring joy to a family. I mean, that's what this is all about. We earn money so that we can enjoy it. First, we satisfy the important things like a roof over our head and food and, you know, savings for a rainy day. And then we start buying things that make our lives better. And buying a puppy is definitely one of those things that enriches a family's life. And I don't think that there should be any shame around breeding dogs and earning money. And I think that there are people out there that want to shame you. And that's another reason why we need to come together as a group and just say, no, you know what? The product that we provide is very, very valuable, and we're proud of it. Okay, we'll stop talking about that now. Oh, here's the health testing. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, this CHIC program, if you go on the OFA website, you can type in your breed, any breed, and it will give you a list of recommended tests. And if you get all of those recommended tests done for your breed, you can send all of the test results to the OFA, and they will add your dog to the OFA database, to the CHIC database. So that's more proof for your puppy buyers. And that is a wonderful thing that you could share on your website, on all your social media, that you have a dog that's CHIC certified and you've done all of the health testing. And it also gives you peace of mind that you're breeding healthy animals, because there's nothing worse than breeding dogs that are unhealthy and you're selling them to families who then suffer because they have unhealthy dogs. And something, you know, I mean, what if they have to put the dog down because it's unhealthy? What if the dog can't walk because it has hip dysplasia? And on and on and on. And that's another reason why we push the Trupanion so hard, because a lot of families cannot afford big, expensive vet bills. And vet bills these days are crazy expensive. But if they protect themselves and their families with a Trupanion insurance policy, and something happens to their dog, like if they get hit by a car or if it swallows something and needs expensive surgery, the insurance pays for it. So that's why we're big on Trupanion. But it's also, again, it's peace of mind for you, but it's also peace of mind for that puppy buyer family. Titles, championships, all that stuff, anything that you can think of that you do with your dogs or do for your dogs, it can all be recorded on this page. Puppies, puppy development, breeding announcement. So yes, when you do a breeding, you want to announce the breeding announcement. When you have a litter, you want to announce the litter. You want to book that vet appointment right away for 7 weeks from the day the puppies are born. Like, it literally takes me weeks and weeks and weeks to get an appointment here where I live. So if I do it the day that they're born and I book another one for like 3 weeks later to get the second set of shots, then I know I'm good and I don't have to stress about it anymore. You got to start taking videos and photos every day of these puppies from day one. And again, group shots of puppies sleeping, no good, not going to work. They want to see the puppy's face. They want to hear the puppy noises. Get down on the floor with the puppies and just get pictures, like videos of them like nursing. People don't get to see this. We breed dogs. We see this all the time, but people don't breed dogs, don't know what it's like for little puppies to be nursing, and they're interested and they're curious and they'll watch your videos. So let them into your life and let them into their new baby puppy's life so that they can start watching them every day, and they'll develop that relationship and they'll want one. early neurological stimulation. We already talked about that. Daily handling, that's just like picking them up and stroking them and holding them against your body. Each day cleaning, again, just like make sure everything is super clean all the time. Never do photos and videos before you clean the whelping box. Clean the whelping box first, get everything perfectly spick and span, and then do your photos and your videos. Puppy culture protocol, I highly recommend you take a look at that. It's a lot, not saying that you have to do everything, but as much of it that you can do will benefit your puppies, will benefit you, your marketing program. It will help you make sales. The deworming, make sure you stay on your deworming. That's a big common problem, is just not worming enough. So make sure your puppies are wormed enough. Puppy personality testing at 7 weeks after, after the vet. So I said, like, you're going to book your appointment for 7 weeks to go in and get the shots done and stuff. I've noticed that the puppy buyers are super, super interested in both of those things. So if you can get them done like within a day or two of each other, and then you can announce, okay, all the dogs are good. They've all had their health exams. They've all had their puppy personality testing done. Now it's time for us to pick. You guys can let them pick before that, especially if you know what the personality of the puppy is. Remember, we're using it more as a marketing tool because people like the idea that a puppy is matched to their family, like the personality of the puppy is matched to their family. But if you have an idea about that family and you know that those puppies will fit into their family, then don't be too worried about saying, yeah, you can have that puppy like that. You can pick that puppy. Don't be like too regimented about, nope, nobody gets to pick until 7 weeks. You know what I mean? Enrichment, oh, that's toys and games and puzzles and outside different surfaces, all that kind of stuff. We'll get into that a lot more. Puppy training starting at 7 days, and that's just simply having a mat for them to sleep on and then somewhere where they can crawl off the mat and pee. And they do, like at 7 days, they start to crawl out of their bed and pee. As soon as they can start peeing on their own without being stimulated by the mom, they start to go off the bed and onto the like a pee pad or something to pee on. Crate training, chew toy conditioning, we've done that too. Let me just take a look at the chat. Okie doke. The biggest secret to making better dogs is 2-year-old dogs. Yeah. See people breeding the same dogs for years. Yeah, I'm guilty of that, but you know what? I get really, 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 really awesome dogs out of my bitch JJ, and I'm definitely looking forward to her next litter. With all of these recalls, what's everyone feeding? That's another thing. If you're feeding raw is pretty popular right now, and it means as far as a marketing standpoint that you're above, like slightly above the crowd. I would definitely consider raw food as a unique selling proposition. Just make sure that you're doing it properly and you're doing it safely. I don't sell breeding rights. Yeah, that's, you know what, in Canada, Canadian breeders don't sell breeding rights. I know it's different in the US, but when you think about it from a competition standpoint, it makes absolutely no sense to sell your puppies with breeding rights. And when you think of it from just like a logical standpoint, why on earth would you sell someone that's not a dog breeder a puppy with breeding rights? It doesn't make any sense. Like, you don't want inexperienced people breeding dogs. If someone wants to breed dogs, then they need to get a mentor and work with that kennel and that breeder closely until they're ready. Yes, people want a Ferrari. Well, We all do. But we also face reality. This is where we hit a wall. The few inquiries you get only want for breeding, but can't even provide basic vet reference. Yeah, well, that's pathetic. Not your buyer, not your buyer, Jesse. Just say next. Yeah, I agree with Rico. Once you have quality dogs, or once you not, we're not saying that you don't have quality dogs. Once you let the world know that you have quality dogs, once you demonstrate, um, once you're posting about it all the time, once you have a website that lays out, your dog's accomplishments and you've got all that social proof, they will find you. Yes, quality pictures. Yes, yes, raising the prices helps too. Yeah, good money. That's the other thing, when you're thinking about your ideal buyer, just from like who do you want to sell to? You want to sell to um a family, because you want if you sell to a single person, then and the single person has to go to work, then that puppy's going to be alone for at least 8 hours a day, at least 8 to 10 hours a day. If you sell to a family and the mom's home, then the puppy's got someone with them all the time. If you sell to a couple with kids and they're coming and going, then there's kids home or one parent home. So I want to sell to someone that has somebody around, not someone who's not there. I want to sell to someone that has a permanent home. I don't want to sell to a renter that's going from rental property to rental property. I want to sell to a family that has extra money. So they have disposable income, so that they can afford the puppy and they can afford the care for the puppy and they can afford the gear for the puppy and they can afford higher quality food for the puppy and supplements and any kind of, extra gear if they want to go on trips or take them hiking and they want to backpack. Those are the kind of puppy buyers that I have in my mind as the kind of people that I want. On tire kickers, I have general info post that says price the breeding rate. Can we do a lot of people? Yeah. Yeah, some people don't like to put prices on their website. That's up to you. I think I put the price on my website, but I definitely have the price on the email that I send them. So if they inquire about buying a puppy from me, I send them the price. And actually, you know what? I just set up this thing on, I think it's Messenger, and it's actually just like frequently asked questions. And I put, because so many times people just say, how much is a pup? So now I have it. If someone asks how much is a pup, they get an automated response of how much the puppies are. Okay, when I do semi-retire and begin breeding with my vet partner again, I plan on selling puppies with full rights. Once you've paid top dollar for your puppy, it is yours. I will also replace any dog that is proven by vet to have any defects, no questions asked. I don't agree with that. But again, like I said, it doesn't matter. If that's what you want to do, you're absolutely entitled to do it. Good, 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 good. Okay, just talking about breeding rights. Okay. Oh, 2 hours already? Okay, guys. Sorry, I'm almost finished. If there's any questions, let me know, and then let's just see if I got what I got left. Oh, yes, I wanted to show you the tasks, the daily tasks. Okay, so the daily tasks are taking photos and videos of the dogs, posting on your kennel page, posting on your personal profile, posting in group number 1. So what I mean by this is the places that you're going to find buyers for your dogs are groups on Facebook that are called American Bulldog Lovers, for example. So find those groups, it's just groups of people that love that particular breed. Just join the group and just start posting pictures and videos of your dogs. You're not selling anything. You're just posting pictures and videos of your dogs, and you're creating connections with the people in the group. You're making friends. you're actually friending them, you're taking a look at their dogs, you're commenting on their posts, they start to recognize who you are, and they start to recognize that you're a breeder because you keep posting pictures of different dogs all the time. And when it's time for them to buy a dog, another dog, because usually people stick to the same breed, when it's time for them to buy another puppy, they'll buy it from you. So whenever you post something, make sure you are responding. That is a big one. Make sure if somebody likes or reacts to one of your posts, you are thanking them or making a comment or something. Follow. I think, I'm not sure what I meant by that, other than, I can't remember. I'll have to remember. Commenting. Oh yes, inviting from reactions. So when you post from your kennel page and people like it, you can click on those likes. So there's a number up at the top and it says like 25 likes, 25 hearts. You can click on that and you can invite those people that reacted to your post to like your kennel page. So take advantage of that every single day. Make sure that you're inviting all of those people to build the number of people that like your page. Don't be afraid to use those at everyone and at followers tags on occasion when you want to draw special attention to something, like if you have a new litter or if you have a breeding announcement to make. Don't be worried about that, because it doesn't really bother people too much, and they can just unsubscribe if they're not really into you. But you're going to have lots of people that are into you just because you're you. And that's why I want you to post your face in your videos, because I want people to know who you are, and I want people to just like you for you. Reply to emails. Yes, always reply fast. And that's the biggest thing in sales, is just always replying quickly. I talk to so many people that are just so frustrated because they email breeders or they text breeders and breeders never get back to them. So always reply quickly to inquiries. That's number one. And add friends. Yeah. So I think that's all part of it, the following and the add friends. So when you're in those puppy groups and you're making connections, add them as friends, follow their stuff, comment on their stuff. When you start commenting on someone's stuff and then you make friends with them, and then you start having chats in Messenger, then they start to see your stuff more too. It's all part of that algorithm. So comment on people's stuff, ask them to be friends, start talking to them in Messenger, comment on the posts that they make, build a little bit of a connection, a little bit of a relationship, and then they'll start seeing more and more of your posts outside of the group. Okay, weekly tasks, add citations. Those are the filling out those breeder directory or business directory websites online. I can get lists of those, so I can add those, and you can just go down the list and add your kennel to all of them. Update your business profile weekly. That's with photos. Create Canva graphics weekly and schedule the posts. Upload a video to your YouTube. Again, you can upload more than one video a week to your YouTube, but at least if you're doing like one a week, that's good. And record yourself answering a question. So those questions, like breeders generally get the same types of questions all the time. So you should get on there and just answer the questions. And then they can see your face and hear your voice, and they get to know you, and then they like you, and then they trust you, and then they'll buy from you. And then monthly tasks, that's your kennel newsletter, write your blog posts, and schedule your posts. And that's it. So that's my big spreadsheet. So again, I will send a copy of the spreadsheet to everyone. I will also send you the link to those Canva templates. I will also, there was a few other things that I promised you. I will go over the list of things that I promised.